So I have not posted a rant in quite some time because I have been so busy doing so many things. But this is more of an encouragement kind of rant today. I just want to talk about opportunities and luck and how we can grab opportunities, especially here in Cebu. So it might be a little bit specific, but it's also still general for everybody. So the first thing I'd like to say is this. I don't believe in luck. I really don't. I don't believe there's such a thing as being lucky or being fortunate. I believe in two things. I believe in the sovereignty of God, and I believe in the preparation or the responsibility of man. So how do those two go together? Someone once said, luck doesn't exist. It's only preparation meeting opportunity. Now, when I say that, when I quote that, I look at it from a biblical perspective. Preparation is man's responsibility. Opportunity is the sovereignty of God. So the way I see it is this. Many times when things don't go our way, we say, oh, it just wasn't for me. Oh, it just wasn't my time. Oh, it just wasn't, for my soul or whatever. It wasn't destined. And I'd put a qualifier there. Did you prepare for this? Is this something that you've prepared for? Is this something that, you grew your skill for? So many times what happens is people don't prepare enough. People don't prepare, and then when opportunity comes their way, they've got no resources, no skills, and no ability or competence to actually embrace or accept that opportunity because they never prepared for it. So one example, and this is just one, but there's so many. So one example is, for example, finances and investment and business. So there are several people out there, especially in our modern age today of internet and Google and interconnectivity and globalization. There's so many opportunities out there and so many people who actually want to collaborate, to collab, to do business together. And of course, business requires capital. And a lot of times people will just say, oh, I guess it's not for me because I don't have that money. But in the first place, have you been saving? And many times people go, oh, I did not save because there was no reason to save in the first place. There was nothing for me to save for. And my point is this. You should not have waited for an opportunity to arrive before you start saving. You're supposed to start saving ahead of time so that if in case a good opportunity comes along, you will have the capital to actually jump in and partner and do things with people. And that's just money. Now, what if it's not money? What if it's skill? I've been applying myself and learning so many different things and learning so many different disciplines. So I'm learning how to do so many different skills, competencies, I guess. So I'm growing myself intentionally using whatever resources are available, and you don't have to even enroll. There's so many free stuff out there. For example, there's the University of YouTube, and you can get a PhD with Google. That's obviously a joke, but not really so much a joke because it's real. You can learn so much from YouTube alone. In fact, I'm looking at short courses as well. There are short courses that give you certification, that certify you for as low as about 2,000, 2,500, 3,000 pesos. All you need is an internet connection that's stable and some free time. And people say, well, I don't have the time. Pause and think about that. How long does it take for you to scroll down social media, Facebook, Instagram, Twitter, what else? All the social media stuff out there. How long does it take for you to watch Netflix? How long is one episode of Netflix? How long is a movie that you watch when you download movies, when you watch movies, when you stream movies? How long is a movie? When it comes to hanging out with friends, how long do you hang out with your friends? And I'm not saying dump your friends. I'm just saying if you're spending so much of your time just, wasting time or getting drunk, that's probably not a good friendship. It's probably not a friendship that is helping you grow as a person. And friendships are supposed to help you grow as a person. So friendships are not just there for good times and happy, funny, fun memories. They're also there to help you grow. And there must be a balance somehow in those friendships or relationships, right? So you gotta think. You gotta take a look at your life, and that's what I'm doing now for myself. And that's something I would encourage everyone to do. Just take a good look at your life and figure things out. Like, how much money do I spend? How much money should I be saving? Should I get a savings account? Should I assess my relationships with certain people. There are certain friendships or relationships that every person has, which I think deep down, really deep down, if they're really honest, they'll say, this relationship isn't helping me grow. In fact, it's making me not grow. It's making me regress into something bad or something worse than I am today. If there are relationships like that, that might not really be good for you. And if you don't have the relational influence and the relational gravity to pull them towards growth, and they're the ones pulling you towards degeneration, that might not be a relationship you would like to keep. Maybe you have to kind of cut yourself from that for now, so that you become more mature, and you grow in not just your influence but also in your gravitational pull, quote unquote. I call them relational gravitas, so that you bring them into growth instead of them dragging you into degeneration, right? So that's another thing. So do things intentionally. Assess your social media time, your movie time, your streaming time, your Netflix time, your all of that. Just take a look at that. And the other thing I would say is this: take a look at what your city is doing, and then jump into that industry. In other words, if your city is kind of like a field, okay, a field, and you're a kind of plant. And if the field wants to grow, let's say wheat, then be wheat, grow wheat, learn to grow with the city. Why? Because the city has the biggest resources that is immediate to you. And so whatever they're trying to do, if you try to grow with the city, you're going to have an easier time to succeed in that, because you've got the government support, you've got the socio-economical ecosystem to support you, right? Like, can you imagine in a place where in a desert where everyone's trying to, let's say, produce water, you're trying to produce rocket ships in the desert? Like, that just doesn't sound very smart. Well, of course, I'm not a rocket scientist, so I don't know that part, but it's just an example, right? So figure out for yourself first, figure out your life, figure out how you're wasting time, how you're wasting money, how you can save, how you can grow, how you can improve your skills, how you can gain new competencies. Look at the resources that are around you. Maybe you've got friends who have relationships with certain entities, organizations, associations. Maybe you've got relationships, family members who have the ability to actually teach, to mentor, to guide, or to connect you to the right people, groups, associations, organizations that can help you grow. That's number one. And number two, take a look at the city where you're at and see what they're trying to do, and see if there's something that you are interested in, number one, or number two, something that you believe you can actually be competent at, so that you can grow with your city. I hope this was helpful. This is something that I've been preaching to the choir for such a long time, and something that I hope people would take to heart and take seriously. But a lot of times what I see is just excuses. When opportunity knocks on their door, they're like, oh, but that's not for me. Oh, it's just not my time. Oh, I got this, I got that, I got this, I got that. And so at the end of the day, you're training yourself to become professional at making excuses, and professional at justifying why you're missing out on opportunities, when in fact many times opportunities are staring you right in your face. And that's something that I just wish people would not waste, because God has been so generous for so long and is still being generous in giving people opportunities. And of course, I'm not trying to shame people who really have it bad, but for a lot of people, for maybe majority of the people who are listening to this rant, that means you've got access to YouTube and you've got the time to listen to rants. So this might be hopefully a kind of wake-up call to get you encouraged and a little bit pressured in a good way, and maybe inspired to move forward, to find opportunities, to prepare for them, and to give God glory when you do. God bless you guys. I hope this was helpful.